Well, it's Snowmageddon in the Midwest, so where else you going to be on a Sunday night at home with the football season nearly over, the championship games today, the Super Bowl here in a couple of weeks. Unless you're out there shoveling snow or whatever, you should be inside, and hopefully you're inside watching tonight. I am Gary Gatto. Welcome to P1's broadcasting coverage. Round 2 of Season 4, the Votive Indy Oval Series. As tonight, we come to you from a very comfortable 69 degrees in the Queen City with 114 degrees on the track temperature. In a virtual world, in a virtual sense, not a flake of snow in the forecast at all. And we expect some big speeds here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Votive Charlotte 225. As always, joining me in the booth all season long is Luis Gonzalez Nunez, who is also suffering from a little bit of the cold and the snow up in Canada. But the newest Canadian citizen, well, he is built for that type of stuff. And he joins us now here at Charlotte. But Luis, let's talk about this season. Okay, we're past the big race of the season. We start off with our big crown jewel, the Votive Indy Derby at Kentucky. And then once that's over, now we kind of get into the rest of the season. And much like the last couple of seasons here in Votive, we're on a bit of a streak. We're now 5 consecutive races now with 5 different winners. Do we see a 6 for 6 and get on one of those other mini streaks that we have over the last couple of seasons? A lot of parity in this league and a big lineup tonight. Do we see 6 for 6?
Good evening for everyone first. It could be a good chance, but you know, it's about all of them, about the qualifying and all of this. You say it's a big field. Yeah, we have 40 cars in the track. I really think I have my doubt to see 40 cars in Charlotte. We see 40 cars in Kentucky, or more than 40 cars in Kentucky. Now it's 40 cars in Charlotte. It's kind of tough to see that stuff over here. I think we're gonna see a new face winner. Like I just said, Sainz. We counted Texas last season in September 14 when Kennedy won the last one, and then we came with Anna Clemens in Iowa, Campbell, Marquez, Mission, and again Clendy. So it's a 5 different winners since that time. So I think it could be a good chance to have a new winner. If Clendy have a bad restart or maybe bad qualifying, we have a bunch of cars, 2 no faces. One of them is it's no face, it's new. But it's Brendan Lindenberger is in the lineup, and also Alexis Newsom in the lineup. Once again, here she came from the ERL, and she come here to debut here in Votive. So it's gonna be really excited to see her. Actually, she's a second, so Povolonis is a pole man so far. But it's gonna be really exciting. I think it's gonna be a new winner. And I hope I get correct, because a new winner people is more excited the championship get.
223.5 for Casey Povolonis, who'll be sitting on the pole here. And here is tonight's starting lineup from Charlotte. And there is Casey Povolonis starting from the point, and right next to him is Alexis Newsom. Then we have the Kirkenbauer crew. Not since we've seen Al Sr. and Al Jr. starting up front at INDYCAR races have we seen a father-son combination here as fast. We've had Michael and Mario as well. But the Kirkenbauers occupy, the entire family occupy row 2. Then we got Ward, former champion, and Mitchum, winner in Indianapolis last season in row 3, Trey Shadid, and Campbell in row 4, Simpson and Brashear on row 5. Then there is the Hyperstar. Right next to him is Seb Alexander in row 6. Then our defending series champion, Clindy, in row 7. Right next to him is Costner, Davis, and Durazo on row 8. Got Butch and the Cat. Almost sounds like a morning DJ session. Butch and the Cat back on row 8. Fortson and Reed and Lovern and Staten, on row 10. And then Anna Klimek and Logan Edwards back on row 11 as we have cars on the infield road course. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Newcomer in fields, Forsyth and Quilla, Craig and Estrada. Watch that row. We got Tony Estrada on the video right now. Back in row 14. Cole and Stouffer, row 15. Watch Stouffer coming back from deep in the pack. Mark Murphy, old and slow. Well, he's definitely proved that he definitely is slow in qualifying. We'll see him drive his way to the back of the from the back of the pack to the front of the pack. Right next to him is one of his broadcast partners that worked with him during the season of the Indy Next qualifiers. Is Luca Tedesco on the row 16. Then we got Kosik Solwich and Jacob Collins, row 17. Campbell and Pahutsky, row 18. Hysong and Toole, row 19. Gallas and Coker on row 20. And that is your field.
Big field there. Well, I hope it's not going to be like we saw in the DRL, the first race in there. We have a ton of yellow flags in there. And it's not familiar about the over here when we have that ton of a lot of yellow flags, making everything cool down. I hope that I always said I hope that people understand it's not 75 laps in the same track we see in the fixed series. I hope that people understand it's 150 laps. It could be everything changed. I remember racing for 100 laps in Michigan. I lose 2 laps down, and at some point I finished on the top 10 because top 3 because the patience in my mind to thinking about it is not just a sprint race.
Originally scheduled to appear here in September of 1980, INDYCAR, then the Indy Racing League, finally made its first appearance at Charlotte in 1997 with a follow-up race in 98 and 99. The track record set by Tony Stewart in 1998 when he drove for Team Menard with a speed of 220.4. We were faster than that in qualifying here tonight, but that is still the existing track record almost 30 years after the fact at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The career IndyCar wins leaders at Charlotte held by a pair of 500 champions. Buddy Lazier won the inaugural Visionaire 500K here in 97 for his second career IndyCar win, and Kenny Breck won here in 98, his first ever IndyCar win as well. The win was the catalyst of him winning the IRL championship that season. And beginning at Charlotte, Kenny won 3 straight races en route to the 98 IRL championship. And actually, I was at both of those races in 97 and 98. I remember saying if IndyCar was ever going to go to Charlotte, I was going to put my money where my mouth is and get the tickets, and I did for the first 2 years. Unfortunately, only Lazier and Breck will go down in history as the only winners of this race, even though there were 3 races at this track. The 99 race, which I didn't go to, was ended early after an incident in Turn 4 on lap 62 between Stan Waddles, John Paul Jr., and Scott Harrington, where a wheel assembly was sent from Waddles' car into the stands, causing a fatal injury among the fans. The race was stopped at lap 79 with Greg Ray in the lead. The race was not considered an official because it was stopped short of the minimum race distance to consider it a complete race, and therefore has been scratched from the record book. However, if you go on YouTube and you look it up online, you can find record of this race because of this incident and a similar one a year before at the CART US 500. Wheel tethers were added as a safety feature to Indy cars, and while wheel tethers help prevent wheels under normal circumstances from being ejected into the stands, they don't necessarily prevent it. See the 2023 Indy 500 incident with Rosenquist and Kirkwood in Turn 2, or the 2021 Indy 500 incident with Rahal when the tire wasn't fastened properly at all. This was the final appearance of Indy cars at Charlotte until Joseph Newgarden performed some demo laps for the fans at the NASCAR Roval in the 2019 race weekend, the NASCAR Roval weekend there, with the pre-aero screen. So they've actually tested a little bit at the Roval with the IR18, but it was before the aero screen was added. The rule set for tonight is a fixed setup race provided by Robert Malechka. It's a 1.5 mile intermediate quad oval, doing 150 laps, 225 miles, no fast repairs. We expect anywhere between a 3-stop and a 5-stop. I expect more in the neighborhood of a 3 to a 4, depending on how far people can get. We'll see. Fuel is 100%. We're getting, I believe, 9 sets of tires. 1 on the car, 8 in the pits. Pit road speed limit's 45 miles per hour. No green, white checkers because, of course, this is INDYCAR, even though this is NASCAR country. The wave around rule is being enforced. Lucky dogs are enabled. No penalties from the previous race. We got 1 more extra pace lap to get this large field under, at least in formation here, so we can go green. The last time we were here is in season 2, round 8. Clindy over Josh Ward by 3 seconds. Tyquilla finished 3rd. And remember, we've had 15 different winners over 26 races over the last 3 complete seasons since the start of season 4. And the last first-time winner was Mason Mitchum at Indianapolis at the end of last season. And I don't know if my dry erase or my whiteboard is working. I don't think it is. So we'll try one more time loading it before we go green.
Well, in between you said that, 24 hours Daytona, winning by the Porsche Penske Porsche Motorsport won the race. Cadillac and BMW on GTP. Nogal Siegel finished on 3rd with the LMP2 in Oreca. And Will Power finished 2nd in the GTD Pro with the Mercedes GT3 Evo Australian team.
All right, so there you go. I didn't watch a single, but I just watched weather coverage all weekend. I didn't even watch racing this weekend. I kind of tuned it all out. I just tuned it all out. Snowmageddon was here.
Dixon 9th, Palou 5th, and Corton Herta 6th on GTP. Rasmussen 5th in LMP2. McLaughlin retired in 17 for the GT Daytona. That's it. No more INDYCAR drivers around. Normally, we have a lot of INDYCAR drivers. Normally, a lot. But I think even that this year.
On the pole, Casey Povolonis, who will be heading to Daytona for real life, for his real job. Here in a couple days, right next to him, Alexis Newsom, Indy Kirkenbauer, Clay Kirkenbauer back on road 2, getting ready to go green. Pace car is off. Here we go for round 2 of the Votive Indy Oval Series for season 4. Green flag is out for 150 laps at Charlotte.
Man, this is the first lap. 5 laps is gonna be crucial because you know how it is. Everyone is good with the new tires. With 40 cars in the grid, it's really difficult stuff.
Ryan Campbell, he knows that he needs to move quickly.
Yeah, that is true.
It's Povolonis holding the point. Kirkenbauer 2nd, and Newsom in 3rd. Josh Ward in 4th. Kirkenbauer, Clay, the senior Kirkenbauer, in 5th. Tell you what, Jacob Collins already up 6 positions now, 7 positions for the plain white wrapper in the mid-pack.
I see side by side with Tyquilla in 27. They didn't even close to be at 10. It's in 27. So thinking about the guys starting on 35.
Oh,
it's a good progress.
Chris Stouffer, not sure what happened to Stouffer on the start, but he must have started from pit road. Yes, he did. So he is right in front of the leaders now, Chris Stouffer.
Oh no. I think he qualified in 30th, so it's not a good start actually. If you actually it's a good thing if you're qualifying in the top 5 and done, and then started the pit road. But yeah, I think it's not good.
Starting all the way in the back, you'd have to come on down pit road at 45 miles per hour before you can finally join. 3 wide coming down the backstretch. That is Butch Davis to the inside. And he gets a position over Mason Mitchum. Now Mitchum fights for it on the outside now, coming off the corner. A newer driver versus a driver well established in sim racing for many decades, Butch Davis. Good to see him here in the league.
I used to race with him in another leagues. Some of them is disappear. Some of them is still running. And yeah, good driver actually. Is really hard to pass in and very clean also too.
And our leader has reached the lap traffic of Chris Stouffer. Again, you don't see this very often, and Stouffer stays high, allowing the VRL teammates of Hovolonis and Kirkenbauer to slide right on by on the low side. Now Alexis Newsom has to deal with Chris Stouffer, someone that she's raced a number of times. Then Josh Ward, another VRL teammate in fourth. So a good start for the VRL team in first, second, and fourth overall, and fifth if you counted the senior Kirkenbauer in the fifth position.
Oh, I have a car on the wall. Trace
Shadid is down on the apron, down the backstretch in turns 3 and 4. Not sure what happened.
Caleb Brashear, I think it went too fast. I have a meatball flag, Trace Shadid, so he hit the wall.
Trace Shadid coming off the corner, and Caleb Brashear was right there. Oh, and Caleb got a big run. And, Caleb, did he lose his front wing? I think he did.
Caleb,
no, he is forgiven. It gets snapped back into place. But that was a scary moment for all the drivers right behind. They were in pretty close proximity to that incident. Back up front, Hovolonis down low, Kirkenbauer up high. Here we go, battle for the lead. Alexis Newsom trying to find where she will like to come through and stay off the whoa, getting into that grass area, that field turf area right on the infield there was Alexis. But Alexis would like to follow someone through and pick up a 2-for-1. Lap 11 of 150. Thanks for joining us. If you enjoy P1's coverage of the Votive Indy Oval Series and respect the stream, please do us a solid. Make sure you support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the bell so you don't miss it on future P1 iRacing broadcasts. And this whole field is all one on top of one another.
They are one line. The only battle is no, it's not battles around. Just maybe on the front. That's it. But everyone is Collins and newcomer side by side in turn 2. That's close almost, but have a contact over there. But I think the action is more on the front.
Tell you what, Jacob Collins, who is in 24th position, took your advice of moving up early as possible with these with fresh tires. Remember, we've talked about this before at races at similar racetracks. Of course, in the Elite Racing League on Thursday night, we were at Texas, which is basically identical to this place, the Legacy Texas configuration of this course. And we said that really you only have about 5 laps or so before the good of the tires start wearing out, and your progress kind of stalls. And really, Jacob drove hard in the first 5 laps, and he is up 10 spots right now, currently to 24th position.
Yeah, that's the best you can do if you started from the back, like Collins did in 34. He started out now 24. It's make it almost a pass. They have a blocking on the front with the newcomer and 1 to 3 wide with Nate Field and also 2 in there. And his best is burn the tires, try to catch the pace and be on the front, and then try to do something else. And that is the best you can do with this big field.
And once again, much like Kentucky, Mason Mitchum dropping like a rock down the order. Starts up front, down 9 spots.
I think that's the strategy, yeah? Because that day he was in the points to win the race. I thought it's because the performance, but I think it's because the strategy. Is at 15 now. He started on 6.
Let's ride with Chris Stouffer. He has got no dog in this race right now other than to stay up in this group to try to get back on the lead lap. But here he is. He's got the best seat in the house. First, second, third, and fourth directly in front of him on the racetrack. Out the rear, that is Ryan Campbell, then Chad Simpson right behind him. And Clay Kirkenbauer, Caleb Brashear just back there as well. Inside shot. Campbell to the inside, wasn't able to get there. Line of cars still coming off the corner. That is how far we have stretched this field out. Clay up into the wall and corner injury on one. Don't know if he touched it.
We have 21. This is the lap 21 passing for line, and I see people on the exit on turn 4 start to get in struggle, and the car. Well, if you go from inside, oh my God, almost Tony Estrada. I think Tony Estrada have some problem with the car. Is almost have a contact with the
Caustic Soul Edge was really squirrely coming off the corner there. I think we got some of these guys in the back after 22 laps, and we'll bring up the weather. 110 on the track temp, so the track temp not exactly helping them. We've seen bigger track temps here, but I think maybe these cars in the back, they've used up their tires possibly a little early in the run.
Maybe it's true. My God, it's getting close to the wall. I think so. The best for him is cooling down a little bit, use the high line. That's what I think it should be do. And don't even close to use the first line or the IRL line to exit on turn 4. That's the issue. Turn 1 and 2 is, I think it's okay. Turn 3 and 4, the exit on 4 is the issue. The moment you exit on the car, if the car is too loose, for sure you're gonna lose the car, or maybe you can go to the wall and make a contact and make a mess in the track. So that's the issue always happening here in in Charlotte. Turn 4 is a big problem.
My whiteboard is working. It works. I got it working. So big smiley face for Gary on the screen. There we go. Anyways, watching this battle, Chad Simpson up 4 spots now, the P5, as he leads a train of himself. Caleb Brashear, Ryan Campbell back 2 spots, Littenberg in 8th, Tristan Forts and Clindy side by side through the corner.
Gary Lerner have a middle flag, same issue. He used the IRL line in turn 4, hit the wall. Game over for him. And maybe he got repairs. Nate Field, they have an issue with the wheel. Actually,
that is a terminal for Field. So that is bad for him. We'll go to Antonio Estrada as Trey Shadid still on the apron.
Tony Estrada did the same stuff. Like I think was. I forget the incident. Well, Tony Estrada hit on the back of the field, Nate, and that's why they contact in that incident.
Lap 27 of 150. So, when do we expect first rounds of pit stops? Well, if we are going to do a 5-stopper, we are already in that window. And I don't think anyone's going to do a 5-stopper, but that's right around laps 24 to 26. Next coming up, it's a 4-stop window. That's right around laps 30 to 33-ish, somewhere in there. These are not exact measurements. These are just rough estimations. And a 3-stopper is at about 37 to 40. So we're about 10 laps away from a 3-stop window open up.
Yeah, it could be a good strategy actually to be like that, but it's all depend about the yellow flag we have for so far now. Knock the wood. We are 30th passing for line now with no yellows. We have an incident for sure. Normally in real life it should be have a yellow flag with that because we are the same. It's not. And also it depends on your tires. You don't want to have a loose car in this track because one loose time is no, they don't want to forgive you. You're gonna go away for sure.
It is the Prodigy versus the Queen up at the front. It is Alexis Newsom versus the Prodigy, Indy Kirkenbauer. Oh, he grabs a little bit of the apron. He grabs it, keeps it off the side of Alexis, loses that momentum, and now Alexis Newsom, your leader, as Indy has to tuck back in line.
I think it's the first time for Indy racing with her, and it should be Indy and said, who's she? But well, she is one of the, actually she is the Speedway Series Lionhearts champion, so she beat us at that time.
She beat us like a rented mule, as JR would say during WWE coverage. Beat us like a rented mule on a regular basis. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Not afraid to admit it. Nope.
Not at all.
Butch Davis up 2 spots to 13th, a little bit further on back. Kirkenbauer not giving up on the high side on Alexis Newsom. Now they have Gary Lovern just in front of them on the racetrack. Gary Lovern 2.1 seconds ahead of them. And we got a group of 2 right behind these leaders. It's Povolonis and Ward. Teammates, Povolonis, our pole sitter. Ward, the Season 1 champion here of the Votive Indy Oval Series. Then we have a lap down car in Christopher. And then right behind him, also right next to him, is Trace Shadid, who's also lap down. And then we have Chad Simpson, who has worked his way up 4 spots to 5th. Clindy to the inside of Brendan Littenberg. There's 2 guys with a ton of starts and experience. Brendan, your pit stop competition winner at the PRI Hoosier 500. Give Clindy the position. Chad Simpson underneath Stouffer. This again just for track position. Chad Simpson, the fastest non-power slide qualifier for the PRI Hoosier 500 in December. Part of that satellite racing squad. Oh, we get close off the corner. A lot of experience between those 2 drivers right there. Up front, Alexis Newsom now putting a little space, just a little bit of space between herself and Kirkenbauer. By a 10th, Povolonis riding the high line, coming off the corner, bringing Josh Ward with him. A little further on back, here's Ryan Cole and Mark Murphy. This is a battle for 23rd. Mark Murphy up 7 spots, Cole up 6 spots. And they are following suit Craig Forsyth, who is up 3 spots. Cole to the inside of Forsyth. Battle for position. Oh, he scoots up the racetrack. Oh, big, squirrely, loose condition for Forsyth. He grabs it. These drivers have got to be looking forward to getting to pit road here soon. And again, to remind everybody, the pit road rules, they can enter pit road off of turn 4. They do not have to use the apron of 3 and 4 like we've seen in some other leagues here recently on the channel or some of our broadcasts. They can come directly off of 4 if they choose.
I assume people call it for the pit. I don't sure, but I see people need to come into the pit. I think Clay Kirkenbauer is one of them because on turn.
He's falling like a rock.
Yeah, it's start to have a problem in turn 2, and that's a big issue. I know turn 4 is normally stuff over there, but in turn 3, turn 2, it's an issue over there. Look at that. It's going to the wall. Don't go too much on the wall. Try to make a line out try to make the line on turn 2 to don't use too much wheel. If you use too much wheel,
he's
the
struggling.
car's gonna get loose.
He is the slowest car in the top 15 right now. He is struggling. Last lap by was a 2:11. Now he's back up to a 2:14, so he's got a little bit of speed on this last lap, but still leaders of the 2:15s, 2:14s.
You have to be lap 50 to come into the pit.
Yeah,
45 to 50.
if you want to do a two-stopper and just go lap 50, 100, and go home, that is going to be lap 50. And maybe people are shooting for the two-stopper. I thought it could be anywhere between a 3 or a 4, depending on condition of the tires. Anna Klimek, Seb Alexander, Anna Klimek and Tristan Fortson, Anna Klimek on by, bringing Logan Edwards with her. Anna Klimek is your leader in the Indy Oval Series, the iRacing Indy Oval Series, and the Indy Open Series. We're leading both series points right now on the official side of things at iRacing. We expect to see her by the time this race runs out. Back up front, though, Alexis Newsom pulling away a little bit. 3/10 over Andy Kirkenbauer. Go ahead.
Jeff Hyson called Pete. And he is on. There's so many cars. I cannot find the car.
There is Haisong coming down off of pit road, on the pit road right now, and onto the pit straight. And he's one of the first stops there, so he is going to hit his box early. So he yells mercy at lap 45, 46 first. This field is very stretched out. Alexis Newsom has Gary Lovern right in front of her, right in the draft envelope, no less. 1.5 seconds. Then Tracy Did in front of Lovern. Edison Toole in front of them. And then Hugo Gallis. So they are quickly catching the back of the field here of this 40-car field. Kostik Solwedge showing him as retired on the racetrack. He is out currently in 38th position, but falling down the order. So Tracy Did and Nate Fields, if they are running, Tracy Did is. Trace will pass Kostik here in about 10 laps or so. Kostik Solwedge, who finished on the podium in the the Velocity Online Racing IndyCar Championship last season, out early tonight here in 38th spot. We'll fall to 39th here momentarily. Rashad Craig under Brandon Staton. Move Rashad up to 22nd. He's up 5 spots. Wayne Campbell back in the 43 in 25th spot. He's up 10. Shane Coker, the host with the most, started shotgun on the field. He's in 30th spot. He's up 10.
Just the people conservative with the tires, and then at the end of the stint, they are start to make the attack. So we're gonna go a lap. We are lap 40. No, 50. Sorry.
Yeah, we're lap 50, and Josh Ward has used tire management to his advantage. He has reeled in Kirkenbauer and has passed him, moved Josh Ward up to now second. The inaugural series champion, and coming right with him, and here comes Kirkenbauer to pit road, is Clindy. Clindy has used some tire management, but coming to pit road right now is our front row, Kirkenbauer and Povolonis coming to pit road at lap 51, coming to 52 for their scheduled stop. So they are going to go and try to stick to a 2-stopper.
Interesting.
Ryan Cole, Mark Murphy on pit road.
A lot of people calling for the pit, including Alexis Newsom's coming next time by.
And Ward is reeling her in very quickly. He has got within 3/10 and is now getting even closer down the backstretch. He's going to take at least user draft to pull himself closer. She's going to come to pit road right now. to answer the call and give the lead to Josh Ward. Oh, wow.
Maybe. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Are we going to see a penalty? Now, this is what happened to her in the Elite Racing League at Texas.
And I hope, because the way she entered, I hope not, because it should be normally you have to clinch these two yellow lines in the entry. So we have to wait it.
Here's Clindy now. He has reached Josh Ward. He looks to the outside. These are the only two drivers to win series championships in Votive. And Clindy goes way up top. He might even rub the wall a little bit, but he's going to pick up the lead outright, as we're still expecting. We got a bunch of cars coming off of pit road, so a lot of traffic at the moment. Does Josh Ward decide to come to pit road? I think Josh Ward is coming to pit road. Clindy is going to go an extra lap.
Pretty interesting about Clindy, about saving fuel, also the tires. So it's a good chance to, the good thing, he can make short stop in the last stint. So that's a good thing, and make you gaining maybe a half a second or 1 second could be the time. That's coming Clindy now to the pits.
Clindy coming to pit road now. And just look at the people that are up front right now. Here comes Lichtenberg. Anna Klimek coming to pit road. Butch Davis coming to pit. These are some long-time IR18 pilots, veterans here. And they are all coming to pit road to answer the call here at lap 56 to 57. Now Logan Edwards. He goes long. He's out now for 55-plus laps. Mason Mitchum has not stopped. Ty Quilla has not stopped. And these guys are really wanting a caution now to catch this field a lap down. Logan Edwards, pit road. Mason Mitchum, pit road. Ty Quilla is answering the call. Coker is going to pick up the lead.
Yeah, making the points in there. Clindy. Oh my God, Clindy. He touched before the cone, the blue cone. He touched the white line, or the blue line actually. I hope it's not gonna black flag because unsafe and speeding. Yeah, it's good first stint for everyone. To be honest, let me tell you, I expect to be maybe a 2 or 3 yellows before the first stint.
They're doing great.
We have 3 cautions so far. Yeah, it is.
Doing great, and we're going to find that wood to knock on. Andrew Wood's not here tonight, so we will knock on the wood. And Alexis Newsom picks up the lead, and she has a massive lead now after this round of pit stops. 3 seconds over Josh Ward. My goodness, Lewis, what did she do that was so quick on pit road?
What she did, basically, I think the stop she did and the line was the 9 stop she did. I always said pit stops training the pit stops training is pretty good for when you have the warmer tires. So always take it at least 10 minutes to practice that pit stop. She did 31.8 seconds in the line. But the thing is, she did 9.3 seconds in the box. So I think this is the average time, because even Casey Povolones did the same time. But Povolones was 2 or 3 tenths slow. So that's the key. That's why she is 4 seconds ahead.
And remember the rule of thumb, how fast these cars travel. It's a football field a second. She has herself a 400-yard lead right now over P2, a 400-plus yard lead over P2. Casey Povolones, who has now moved up to the second spot. Ward back to third as we ride in the Robbie Gordon cam on Alexis Newsom right now. She goes through turns 1 and 2 on the 24-degree of banking here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Is Alexis Newsom, Povolones, Ward, and Indy Kirkenbauer, the prodigy, and Clindy in 5th position. And that is your top 5. If you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of the Votive Indy Oval Series coming to you from Charlotte Motor Speedway. We've now completed 63 of 150 scheduled laps. If you're enjoying our coverage of tonight's race, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race, including our coverage of Tuesday night, our Tuesday night open wheel doubleheader, featuring the INDYCAR Oval Series top split at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. And then we're going to be followed by the all-new iRacing Indy Next Oval Series at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you like open-wheel oval racing, and it's a good chance you do if you're watching this, to make P1 your home on Tuesday nights. And don't forget, this Tuesday night is a special meme race doubleheader when the IndyCars go to Talladega.
That's very meme, man.
It will be a meme race, for sure.
But it is a point situation for Anna Klemek and Clendy and all of them. So it's not it's outside of the 8 weeks. Normally you count it. It's inside of the 8 weeks. So it's very important for these 3 guys, actually included Matt Hollywood, to be in that race to at least clinch 200 or 160, 80 points, because, man, on the end, it's kind of tough there.
Watching a battle between Chad Simpson and the Cat, Dan Durazo. Durazo up 8 spots in the position 8 right now on the racetrack. This is a battle for 7th. Durazo, who finished last season high in the championship here. Rough start to the league this season, but he seems to have his pace back here at Charlotte, Lewis. He is up to 8th position.
Yeah, they're very close to be the champion, but, you know, sometimes when you have a progress, normally racings, but you don't have a victory, it's kind of difficult to get over there. Now it's side by side with lap down, I think so.
No, that's Chad Simpson. That's a battle for 7th and 8th position right there, and maybe the use of the kind of what we saw a little bit in the Elite Racing League in their P1 IndyCar Championship on Thursday night. Maybe a little bit of the use of the hybrid there by Durazo. We were hearing from the drivers late in the run. Was a really good time to use that hybrid because of just really how much slower the speeds are because your tires are worn out. But using that hybrid on corner entry apparently allows you to get alongside and to kind of pull that pass off, and that's kind of what we saw. Durazo getting the pass on Simpson going into 3 and 4.
Actually, like Clendy did on the last corner when he made the pass on Chad and almost get the victory with Tyler 40, but because the hybrid, that was a really good job on Clendy. Hold the hybrid, hold the button. It looked like Fast and Furious, like when you want to press the button, but you press it on the last couple inches, a couple meters or whatever, to win the race. So that's what Clendy did, and that's why they take the 2nd place. I thought normally without the hybrid, they should be finished on 3rd. Car coming to the pit. It's Gary Lovner with a couple laps down. And come back with Durazo. Pretty good job. He started on 16, now it's in 7 in the top 10 though, with a clean air actually.
Yeah, the hybrid for these cars on the oval is much like push to pass they have on the road course. In fact, on the road course, they have access to push to pass and the hybrid. But on the oval, they have a momentary burst. If you're an old 80s TV fan of Knight Rider, think of it kind of as Kit's Turbo Boost, right? You hit that button, and instead of jumping over everybody, you just kind of get a momentary burst of speed. And then you have to regen and to build that battery back up so you can deploy it again. And the easiest way to regen that battery is to do it in the draft. Watching Clendy side by side as he has reached Povolonis. Povolonis on the high side, Clendy on the bottom. And they have traffic in front of them as Alexis Newsom is still out to 4 seconds, but that 4-second lead is starting to tick down a little bit now for Alexis. Josh Ward eating into it.
Yeah, actually, Povolonis was 2nd. And then came Josh Ward take the 2nd place. Clendy now is in 3rd, but it's really far. I think Alexis have a good chance and a lot of distance to come into the pit, make a small mistake, and maybe she can lose 1 second and still have the lead.
There is Newsom through 1 and 2 with a 3.9 second lead, and she is stuck kind of behind traffic right now. In front of her is Forsyth, newcomer Reed, and Staton. And she is getting all sorts of dirty air. Car cutting through and spinning in the quad oval area. Oh my gosh, going through that as Craig Forsyth. It is not going to bring out the caution. Craig Forsyth has caught it, and what happened to Craig? He's going through turn 4, and did he just lose the air on the front? A little too much weight jacker? And the back end comes around. Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The road course sausage or the road course stuff would make it that's jump on the Craig Forsyth.
And surprisingly, that did not bring out a caution, but that happened right in front of our leader, and that was that. I'm surprised she's actually stretched out her lead a little bit over Josh Ward. I thought that maybe she would fall, just lift a little bit, and you know, who could blame her if she did lift? But no, that she's actually lengthened her lead a little bit now, 4.2 seconds over Josh Ward. I think maybe other people thought maybe we were going to go under caution.
Well, again, if it's a real life, it could be for sure 100% and 200%. It's gonna be a yellow, but because he went to the exit of the road course, or the pit road, it's not yellow, so it's not counted as road. Sorry, on the line, on the race line.
Here's a battle for second. Clindy under Ward. And Clindy clears him. Move the Pink Panther up to P2. And Clindy might have a shot to reel in Alexis. We'll take a look at last lap speeds here. Alexis 2:16, Clindy 2:16.7. So Clindy faster by about a half mile per hour. Right in front of him, that is Hugo Gallas and Shane Coker. They're going to try to stay out of the way. But they're also battling to stay on the lead lap, too. They have every right to do that. Hugo Gallas stays high. Clindy clears. Ward follows through. Oh, yes.
That was close, man.
In front of Clindy is Shane Coker and Casey Pahutsky. They are, there they are. They are 29th and 28th on the racetrack, one lap down. First car one lap down is Brandon Stratton in the 51. He's in 27th spot. 26 cars, top 26 cars are on the lead lap. For some reason, Shane's livery's not drawing in for me this week. I don't know why. I don't know if he changed something on it.
Show me in green.
It shows a black car, but has the kind of the generic iRacing logo on the side. Meanwhile, up front, Lexus Newsom. Yeah, you got the same thing?
No, I can tell you later.
Oh, you got his new car, you got his current car? Okay. All right, Alexis Newsom is your leader. Clindy back in second, 3.6 seconds. In Josh Ward, Casey Povolonis, Brendan Lichtenberg, very quietly. Team I5G having themselves a good day here in Votive. They have two cars now in the top 5. And that is a battle for position between Lichtenberg and Indy Kirkenbauer. The Prodigy versus the Hyperstar. Again, a lot of starts between the veteran and this rookie in this car.
Anna Klemek with Campbell and Chad Simpson for a lot of positions over there. Also, it's James Hyson.
This is 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. And 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th on the racetrack right here.
Ooh.
And unfortunately, we got Hysong, who is lap traffic, that's kind of in the mix. That's all for position.
And he cut the progression of the Anna Klemek. It's not because he want to, it's because he want to step away about the battle. He did a good job, but unfortunately for Anna, is back.
Yeah, and this is a very narrow racetrack. You look at this racetrack, you're like, wow, they have a ton of room. Lewis, you've raced on this racetrack before in the open wheelers. It was in the Speedway Series, which you've won a race here. I raced here in the open wheelers in the Speedway Series, as well as other races and other leagues here in the IR18. It looks wide, but this is a very narrow racetrack, and one of the reasons why it's so narrow is because it's incredibly fast.
Yeah, your eyes is getting super dizzy. It's not dizzy. Well, if you're racing every day, for sure, your eyes is not getting crazy. But the people racing for the first time over here is like turn 4, the Exxon turn 4, and then you come in this double doglet before in the second line. It is crazy, especially when you hear outside. So it's like everything is tight in that corner. Well, back stretch is easy to take it. 3 and 4 when it's see Ryan Campbell, easy to take it. But that's the issue when it comes into here. When you don't want to touch that left side, what it was before the grass and stuff. Now it's a pavement because the road course. But man, it's really difficult to take that stuff either there, especially with the battles aside with you.
And here, we haven't shown this graphic yet, but here are the points coming into today's race. Clindy is your leader by virtue of winning at Kentucky. Klimek second, Kirkenbauer third, Mitchum fourth, Butch Davis in fifth. That is your top 5. There's your top 20 right there on your screen. Here is the remaining schedule. After Charlotte, we have a bit of about a month off, really. And then our only race in all of February is at Michigan.
Interesting.
Waiting for the last round of pit stops, and we are on the verge of them. Lexus Newsom, 39 laps into her stint. Clindy, 36. Josh Ward, 37. Casey Povolonis, 41. Lichtenberg, 36. So last stops pending, as it looks like everyone is pretty much going to do the 2-stopper.
I think Anna Klimek, Alexis Newton, talking about the other woman in the grid, she's set to save fuel because Clendy is now 1.7 close to her. Now it's 1.5, so it's maybe it's heavy fuel, maybe it says the lap downs, maybe the tire is gone. It's a lot of questioning about from 4.5.
Battle for position here. Chad Simpson, Ryan Campbell. Ryan caught a little bit of that field turf on the first dog leg on the front stretch. Here's Chad Simpson to the inside of Durazo. There's a battle for 7th now. And I want to give these drivers a lot of credit here. A lot of credit, Lewis. No cautions to this point, and it could have gone incredibly bad on a couple of occasions that we've seen on the backstretch with Trace Shadid there on the front stretch with Craig Forsyth. Probably a number of instances that we just missed altogether on the racetrack. This field of 40 cars has kept it clean and green to this point.
Yeah, it's a lot of shadow for all of these people making a good job. Because you know what, 40 cars in the restart is not the easy stuff. Even with 20 cars, it's tough. Because everyone want to race in fast and want to go at the front. But for 40 cars, think about the car in the back. Try to make push and waited to you see the green flag and you cannot push in because you still waited for the car on the front pushing to going green. So really good job for all of this so far.
Hey,
cars.
I don't want anybody to go. While you're talking about this, we got the camera back on our leader. Don't go anywhere, anybody, because Clindy has cut the lead down to now a second and a third, and now he's in direct contact down the back straight with our leader, and he's reeling her in here toward the end of the stint. So much like we saw at the end of the last stint, Newsom struggled on those tires, whereas Clindy came to the front on old tires, and here he comes, a second and a third back in the draft envelope, and she is stuck behind traffic, one of which is one of Clindy's teammates.
Yeah, it could be a mega good job for Clendy to stay over there and help him to catch all of these guys. So she should be holding it for. Ooh, Taikulia hit the wall a little bit. She needs to hold it for at least 3 more yellows. And actually, Newsom hit the wall also too. He cleaned.
Yeah, Clindy is within 5 tenths now. We're riding with him right now down the backstretch, and he is there. He has caught the leader.
Maybe she's gonna lose for sure the leader, but he cannot be desperate. She been for 4 seconds ahead, so she is now in the open window. Actually, not yet. Actually, it should be now.
Yeah, the window actually is open to go to the end. She went 55, 52 on her first stint. So she's in the window now. She's getting ready to go in the window now. Yep.
Yeah, so maybe it's better to hold it a little bit more, but also at the same time, it's like how much time I can lose to hold it more time, because Clendy's fast.
Big run off the corner. Clindy now within 1/10. He's going to take a peek to the inside under our leader, going into 3 and 4, and we're going to drag race off the corner. A little bit of a lift for Clindy, and now we're going to go back to back to the nose to tail action as we see cars coming off of pit road for, doing their final stops. Again, Newsom goes low. Clindy stays high. Big run off the high side, down the backstretch to the inside. Deploy that hybrid. Get the boost between 3 and 4. Nope, he's not be able to pull that off. And Newsom on the high side is going to hold on.
Oh, they're going to close. Ooh, I thought she's going to the wall, and she decided to release the position because it was close to have a contact.
And now Clindy is, they've reached Taikulia, and that's Clindy's teammate. I would imagine Quilla will probably cede to Clindy and make things easier. No, here comes Alexis Newsom to the inside. Oh, look at Taikulia goes to the bottom of the racetrack, gives her dirty air, but she's coming to pit road.
No, like she did last time, but anyways, it's a good stop it.
Josh Ward on pit road as well. Final stop for Alexis Newsom. Making her first start in the Votive Indy Oval Series. Good to have her here. Josh Ward, his right front is very used up, we see from that camera shot. A lot of tire deg. Alexis Newsom down and away. She's done. Final stop completes.
This is going to be interesting for Clendy and also Alexis. The moment Clendy coming to the pit, and then how's it going to be? The good thing, she have a lot of draft to push fast. We have almost contact with Lucas Todesco. I think Lucas didn't see her to coming out. Oh my God, it was close to the incident. Clendy coming to the pit now.
We'll go back and watch this down the backstretch. Here comes Alexis, and she wants to get on it right away, and she knows the traffic is coming. And best she could do is just, hold her line. And that might actually impact her outlap a little bit. And Luca, oh, wow. Luca heard a late call, and he actually smacks the wall a little bit. Just a little bit of a kiss. But he is still going. But that was a tight moment for Alexis Newsom. Now your leader is Brendan Lichtenberg, the hyperstar. He is coming to pit road anytime now. Here he is, making the stop, slow down off the banking. Oh, and he gets the car under conditions to slow down. Very difficult conditions, 45 miles per hour, and that turns the lead over to Ryan Campbell, former winner of the Votive Indy Derby.
Once again, Clendy, Alexis Newsom take it virtually the lead. but we want to know. We want to know how much was the lead, because Alexis is an 8-6. Well, we have to wait for everything passing by.
Campbell and Estrada come to pit roads. That turns the lead over to Logan Edwards, who is in a whole host of cars with a lot fresher tires than his right now. Contact, and it goes to the inside wall. Net code contact sends Logan Edwards, the leader, to the inside wall. We are not under caution, but that is going to end his day. Watch what happens. Coming off the corner, Josh Ward has fresh tires. Who is the other car there? That is, I believe that's Newcomer. Newcomer has kind of fresh tires. He's about 8-lap-old tires. They come off the corner 3 wide. Edwards goes to the inside, and netcode content sends Edwards to the inside wall right in front of Brendan Littenberg coming off of pit road. So that is day done, unfortunately. But that gives the lead back to Alexis Newsom. Shane Coker is in second spot, but he needs to come to pit road. He gets down out of the way. He's trying to get to the bottom of the racetrack so he can get on the pit road a little bit easier. Clindy now 2 seconds behind, but Clindy's going to be a little bit lighter and have a little bit fresher tires. Here in the closing stages, could we be seeing another Clindy patented run him down from behind late in the race, like we saw between himself and Klimek in the INDYCAR Oval Series on iRacing?
Maybe it's gonna be like that. Look at that. How about, well, Clendy make the path of these two guys, Stan Costner and also is the other Campbell, Wade Campbell, in there. Now Clendy have a clean air, but also still have these two guys on the back.
Caution on the racetrack.
Oh, Seb Alexander.
Seb Alexander, and this is going to change everything right now. We'll see what happens to Seb. Anna Klimek, netcode contact. A little bit of contact also with Butch Davis sends Seb Alexander into the wall, the Indy Oval Series champion of iRacing a season ago. And another hard luck race for Seb into the wall in turns 3 and 4. Again, we'll watch this back again, side by side with Anna Klimek. This is a battle for, I believe, for 8th position. They're down the backstretch. Butch Davis right there behind him. They have I believe that's Edison Toole in the Herta throwback there, and it just they were kind of coming up to. The racetrack was going to tighten up there. That's all. The racetrack, because of Edison Toole, was he was on the bottom, and we had the 2 leaders racing side by side. And again, we talked about it's hard enough to go 2 wide around here. You really can't do 3 wide, even though there's room, and that's kind of what happened. And the day is done for Seb Alexander. So now we're going to see the whole lead, that Newsom, get shrunk up now. And she's going to come to pit road, and I'm sure, wow, Clindy stays out. Clindy opts for the track position. Josh Ward decides to come down pit road. So 2 cars are going to get the wave around in front of Clindy, one of which is, I think it's Campbell, but it's, who is it? Wayne Campbell. There is Wayne right there. No, actually, no, Wayne is... okay, so I'm sorry. I guess it's going to be... Forsyth getting the wave around. I thought a couple cars were going to get the wave around, but they got shuffled out. I'm not sure what's going on here. Thought Jacob Collins was one of those too, but I could be wrong. Okay, so for sure, Clendy is your leader. And we got Greg Forsyth, who is in 34th position. He's going to get the wave around. It'll bring him 1 lap behind the leader still, but it'll give him the wave around. Clendy's going to stay out. So Clendy basically just stopped 7 laps ago. They have more than enough tires in their inventory that if someone wants to stop and throw on an extra set. Who stopped on this stop? Well, good question. Alexis Newsom. Josh Ward.
A lot of people.
Butch Davis. Chad Simpson. Mark Murphy. Ryan Cole. He's having a good race. Making his, I believe this might be his first or second start here in the series. So a good race for him. Caleb Brashear. He's in 14th. Caleb stopped at 115. Clay Kirkenbauer trying to recover a little bit of position here with new tires after kind of falling through the field on that end of that first stint. Rashad Craig very savvily comes to pit road. Savvy. Mason Mitchum, our Indy 500 winner, or at least our Indianapolis winner from a season before. That's in 17th spot. They all came to pit road. Tristan Fortson also. Add Tristan to the list there. Tristan winner at Michigan a couple seasons ago here in Votive. Jacob Collins did get the wave around. He is the lucky dog. So he did get, I was right. He did get the wave around. But he got the lucky dog wave around. And there is Craig Forsyth. He got the caution wave around. That makes sense. So we're getting ready to go green. Don't go anywhere, everybody. We are in for what could be a very entertaining finish here. 35 to go here at Charlotte. Your leader, your two-time and defending series champion in the Pink Panther, Clindy, taking the green flag. 34 to go now.
So in between Clindy to 8 is Alexis. We have 9 cars with lap down. So there's a lot of cars in between. That's why it's a big field in there.
Campbell side by side with Klimek. And just not too far behind them is Alexis Newsom with the fresh tires. Oh, Klimek almost into the wall. A lot of fast drivers in that group. We got Stouffer, Estrada, Klimek. Is Klimek damaged?
Maybe.
She is. She's missing this right front wing plane.
Yes. It is.
And here comes Ward. Ward, oh, Klimek just trying to stay out of the way now. She knows she's in trouble. Oh.
Oh, somebody have to, I think race control need to tell her.
I think she knows.
Front wheel damage.
I think she knows. She has to know. Tedesco underneath. Here comes Chad Simpson. So she's just kind of hoping for a caution here, a quick caution, maybe cut the pit road and answer the call to get the wing fixed. Otherwise, she's going to continue to fall positions. But right now, Clindy, with a rear gunner, Ty Quilla, is now protecting the 6 of Clindy. But Brendan Lichtenberg, he is now up to 3rd, and he is closing on Casey Povolonis. A battle for seconds brewing.
Ooh. Ty Quilla tried to return the lap down, the lap back.
And yeah, this would put Ty. This would put Ty at the end of the lead lap, as well as Wayne Campbell in that Navy car right beneath him. But Wayne Campbell is bringing Brendan Lichtenberg with him. And look at Ty Quilla sending it dirty air to the inside to help his teammate. Here's Clindy on the high side. And I tell you, it helps to have friends in higher, in this case, is low places, as Ty Quilla defending the 6th of his teammate, Clindy, side by side, going into 1. Clindy still your leader, but he's holding on to that position with a little help from a friend.
Oh, Lichtenberg, come on.
Lichtenberg's missing his front wing, but he is forgiven. Coming to the line, 27 to go. Once again, if you're just joining us, you're watching P1's coverage of round 2 of 9 of the Votive Indy Oval Series, coming to you from Charlotte Motor Speedway, where Clindy, well, maybe not so much, not so fast, my friend. Casey Povolonis to the point and to the lead. with 27 coming to 26 to go. Make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next race. The next race for us is actually going to be a while from now. It's going to be February 22nd, 8 p.m. Eastern time for round 3 of the championship. It's the teams and drivers head to Michigan International Speedway for the 3rd time in league history for the Votive Michigan 325, our second of 4 300-mile races this season as Clindy goes back to the point. Here comes Brendan Littenberg, the hyperstar to the high side with a big run down the front straight on the high side going into 1. If you're enjoying what you're seeing tonight, then don't miss the action when Votive returns here in a couple weeks in February right here on P1 as they're side by side, nose to tail down the backstretch, and Indy Kirkenbauer is now appearing into the picture. The prodigy in that Purdue color car, or maybe it's the Steeler color car. We don't know. Maybe he wants to have a winner on his car. I don't know. But he is now into the picture as he is now in 4th spot. He goes under Campbell, and the top 4 throw a blanket over him.
There's a lot of battles over there, and Lindenberg going side by side with Clendy for the leader, and we are 24 to go. It's a lot of stuff to happen in here.
And that's only going to help Alexis if she can catch the group, but she still needs to get around Durazo and Campbell and then 2 lap cars. She goes to the high side over Durazo, just drives over the high side and takes the position, brute force.
No afraid there.
No, zero fear. What does Pinta say?
What is that?
What does Pinta? You tell me what Pinta says. Pentagon Jr.
Oh, cero miedo. Oh,
Cero
yeah,
miedo,
sure.
no fear, yeah. Side by side, back for the lead. Here's Lichtenberg. And again, he's just really helping out that battle as Alexis Newsom now has caught Ryan Campbell. 22 to go, 21 to go. And there is a big Alexis fan club in the chat. And they are watching their girl go to 6th position. But is she going to run out of time? Again, remember, the good of these tires, they're only good for about 5 laps or so, and then it kind of equalize out and they make it really tough to pass. Then you got to really rely on your ability. But she has a lot of good ability, but also right in front of her, proven winners. And Ryan Campbell, proven winners, and Ty Quiller, who's trying to fight to get back on the lead lap. She still needs to get around them in her own right, so it's still not an easy job done yet. Still not an easy job at all, to be honest. There goes Campbell.
No. I'll keep going.
Campbell gets on by. Quilla lets him on by. And now she's in direct contact again, back with Campbell. The lap car in the middle there is Wayne Campbell. I don't know if that's a battle of the Campbells. I don't know if they're related at all. I don't think they are. Get back up front, though. It's Clindy still holding off Brendan Lichtenberg, and it looks like the IRL line is really the line right now as Clindy on the bottom is able to hold Brendan off for the time being.
Yeah, I think Clindy have the best the chance to win the race. Maybe not. Maybe Lichtenberg have the best chance, but it all depends about the hybrid in the end. Clendy did on Texas on the ERL, and he catch the second place.
We're gonna see. We'll see what happens if Clendy can lead at the line, and I think he does. Yeah, he's gonna lead at the line by 4 thousandths. Again, Lichtenberg trying to get a high side run. Clendy's leaving the bottom side open, but Lichtenberg not going to cross over. Clendy then comes up, feeds the dirty air into 3 and 4, coming to 15 to go. Clendy, Lichtenberg, Kirkenbauer now in 3rd. Povolonis in 4th. Alexis Newsom now has cracked the top 5. She's cracked the top 5, but is she going to run out of time, Lewis?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of tough.
And Brendan Lichtenberg gets the lead now. He goes to the point. He slides down in front of Clindy, down the backstretch. Clindy's clear off of 4 on the high side, and Clinty just pulls away from him on the front stretch.
Yeah, I think the tire for the inside is not working, and it should be Brendan knows about
Caution on the racetrack. Casey Pahutsky cartwheeling into turn 2.
And Hugo Galasso so is braking. Yeah, Pahutsky's gone.
And it's Pahutsky and Gallus watching on the front stretch. Pahutsky grabs a little bit of the field turf at the first dog leg on the quad oval area.
Wow.
And now they drag race into turn 1. And I tell you what, I'll let chat make the call on that one. How did Caleb Brashear miss that? Clay Kirkenbauer, same thing. Let's watch from Caleb Brashear's point of view here. And this all happens right in front of him.
Jeez.
These two right here. And he grabs a little bit of that field turf there. And watch, how the heck does he miss this? Get ready to duck, everybody. Whoa! That kind of reminds me of Eliseo Salazar and at the end of the Indy 596 with Roberto Guerrero and Sam Pedri and that wreck in turn 4, and you see kind of I think it was Guerrero kind of ducking in the cockpit. Yeah, much the same thing there.
It's like I tried to hide him because it's coming the car in front of him and his front is in the head. So, but yeah, look like that.
And everybody coming to pit road, including your leader. And Clay Kirkenbauer, he is going to go with the gamble. Oh, it is a big gamble, Lewis. A big gamble. And he might even have damage on his car. We don't know from that incident, to be honest. But he decides to stay out. He is going to have a couple cars behind him to kind of be, well, I tell you what, when we start, I don't know. If we start inside of 10 laps, that might cycle all those lap cars to the back. So that he might not have this buffer. We're going to see. We're going to see. We won't make the call right now, but Clay Kirkenbauer with the gamble here. What do you think of that call? I mean, at this point, you got nothing to lose. You might as well roll the dice and see what you can do.
Yeah, actually, you come to play where you have 10 to go, or actually it's going to be 10 to go. You come to play it, and that's the thing. It's happened to me one day, and mostly works. Sometimes you're getting worse, and you're losing all the positions to the end and try to survive. The only problem is if somebody catch him on the front, he's going to lose a lot of time. So I think it's a good gamble. Like I said, you come here to play and just not to lead in laps and gaining points because you lead in lap. That's a good thing about Clay. So good for him, and I hope it works like a Chain did last time.
The Elite Racing League at Motegi. Yes. Yeah, he did a gamble.
He gambled good.
The VRL guys are they enjoy rolling the dice late in the race. So Kirkenbauer up there, and yes, we have cycled through all the lap traffic and all the waiver rounds. So it will be the leaders and the top. Everybody on the lead lap is a top 25. Luca Tedesco is the last car on the lead lap. But they will be, Ryan's Campbell blinking there. But the leaders will all be in direct contact with one another at this restart. Kirkenbauer is on 25 lap old tires. And I got to think that this is a good gamble if he had more cars to act as a buffer. But with no cars as a buffer, I got to think Clindy is going to want to make very quick work of him, because I know Brendan Lichtenberg is waiting, just waiting. The Hyperstar is waiting for one little mistake, and he is going to pounce But maybe do we see father help son here? Do we see, like we saw maybe in the 83 Indy 500 with Al Jr. trying to help out Al Sr.? Do we see maybe father helping out Jr. on this restart? We'll see. Going green flag. And then we got, Newsom sliding. Newsom not good on the restart, and she is going to get freight trained by 3 cars. Kirkenbauer now on the high, on down low. Here comes Clindy, and here comes... Oh my goodness! Oh, we got contact! Contact, big contact! 3, 4 cars, 5 cars involved going into turn 3, and it's all the leaders.
Oh no!
Oh, and Stouffer involved.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you later why it's happening. All of this. I know it started from one person, but I can tell you later what is running all this stuff.
And I want to ride with Josh Ward here.
Alexis Newsom, my God.
Yeah, well, we should go back. I'll tell you what, let's go back and watch the restart. And let's first watch Alexis Newsom on this restart. Tire spin, I don't know. I mean, we're on new tires. She went for new tires on pit stop at lap 139. And remember, a year ago, this race would have been over, but we got extra laps this year. We went from 134 laps. Look at the wheel spin there on Alexis on the restart. And Campbell, did Campbell get damage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ryan Campbell has damage from the restart.
Yes.
So he's going to come to pit road under caution to get that fixed. But let's go ride with Josh Ward now. Down the backstretch. And everything is happening right in front of him. And here it goes. And the whole track just fills up. And he has nowhere to go. Oh, jeez. Butch Davis. How did he miss that? Let's watch from Butch Davis's point of view. Watch Butch Davis here. We're going to watch full speed. Oh, he got into Durazo. Oh, Durazo ends up spinning. And Davis gets the position, and we go caution. So a little bit of contact with Durazo, sending Durazo to the inside. So here's all involved with that incident. Brendan Lichtenberg, Chris Stouffer, Ryan Campbell, but I think Ryan, I don't know, did he get caught in the incident? But he kind of had to come to pit road. I don't know if he did get caught in the incident, but he's showing a meatball. Sam Costner, Dan Durazo, Murph is showing a meatball. Caleb Brashear is showing DQ'd. Casey Povolonis a meatball. Andy Kirkenbauer a meatball. Clay Kirkenbauer a meatball. Josh Ward is showing a black flag. Rashad Craig a meatball. Hugo Gallis a meatball. But I believe Hugo's is from an earlier incident. Let's ride. Let's go a bit further back here. This is Chris Stouffer. I'm not sure where this happened. Let's go back here. And we want to get back to the action on hand here. We won't do any more replays because I think we're getting close to a restart. Yeah.
Yep.
Lining up for a restart. Lights out on the pace car. Okay, we're going to go one more lap. One more lap.
Yep.
So let's see here. What happened to Campbell? Oh, is there more after action? Okay, Campbell rolls into the zone.
Alexis on the back, yeah.
Rolls into the zone. Oh, he gets booted a little bit from, okay. So Campbell is involved as well. I think he got contact from Edison Toole. And again, everyone trying to just so close to one another.
Jesus, man.
Oh, okay. So a huge incident. We're going to go wait an extra lap here. All right, Lewis, we're going to go green here. This is 6 to go. We're going to go green with 5 to go. We have Clindy, who is our leader, who's a 2-time defending series champion. We have behind him 2 of the savviest, longest sim racing guys that I know of that have been out there since I know Butch Davis is in the 90s. Chad Simpson's been around forever. He's come so close and fixed an Open Indy 500s, official top split races. I remember watching an old a DW12 race with him leading late there, and he just didn't get the win. Very savvy. Then we have Alexis Newsom. We know Jacob Collins, the guy in the plain white wrapper, the guy that calls our Wednesday night races. Sophie is in chat. Sophie also calls our Monday night and Tuesday night NXT races, or Indy Next, NXT's wrestling. He is now 5th. Tristan Fortson is 6th. Ryan Cole, we talked about him again, making, I believe this is his 2nd series start. I believe he got his first start at the Derby, I believe. He is 7th. Mason Mitchum 8th. Wayne Campbell 9th. Wayne was fighting to get back on the lead lap not too long ago. And Shane Coker, the host with the most, is all of a sudden inside the top 10. Ty Quilla in 11th. So this really shakes things up. But really, this top 4, top 5, just a ton of starts here in this series in this car. Getting ready to go green, 5 to go. And Clinty's not even wasting time.
That's not a good restart. That's the one you have to do it. You cannot wait at that one like Clay did. Because, well, we're going to mention later about that. So 5 to go is going to be really excited to the end with all of these 5 guys and all of these people you mentioned today.
Newsom looking to the low side of Chad Simpson into 3 and 4. She's going to have the position, but can she pull it off? Right in front of her is Butch Davis. Davis now switches to the high side over Clindy. Here comes Alexis Newsom, 4 to go here at Charlotte. This isn't over yet, folks. We're going to have another photo finish. Don't go anywhere. Butch Davis, the savvy veteran on the ice side, going into 3 and 4. Alexis Newsom just needs a place to follow. Oh, a little bit of a wiggle there from Clindy. A little bit of a evasive action there from Butch Davis at the line. That was Davis that time. 3 to go.
Could be the hybrid make the factor in this race, and you have to wait it for. So take it easy on that, and maybe you can use it on the end. Clendy getting too high on the turn in the turn 3 and 4.
2 to go at the line. Clindy down low. Davis in the middle. Newsom up top. And Chad Simpson just needs a hole to follow through, and he will try to do it. Newsom to the bottom under Butch Davis down the backstretch. They bang wheels off the corner. 3 wide into turn 3. We told you can't do this. They're going to try it. Alexis Newsom's going to hold tough on the high side. Clindy down low. White flag this time by at the double dog legs in the quad oval. White flag is out. Clindy leader into 1. Now just a nose ahead to Alexis Newsom. Contact. Clindy goes up the racetrack. And we got Chad Simpson.
No.
Chad Simpson's now going to try to pick up the lead. Clindy's still got the momentum. Side by side into the corner. Chad Simpson up high. Here comes Ryan Cole. Here comes Jacob Collins at the line. Here comes Clindy. He is going to slide across the line. And it is Chad Simpson. Chad Simpson's by 6 thousandths of a second.
Oh no. Well, I told you it's gonna be a new winner. I'm really surprised winner for 6,000 of a second. But I have to tell you something. We have to wait it for the final and official result, because that incident Clendy did, it could be a black flag for that. We have to wait it though.
Let's go. I want to try to rewind this and see if we get the at the line here. Well, let's see if we can get a better angle here. That's about as good of an angle as we're going to get right here. maybe here. Let's see if we can get another TV tower. There we go. Let's rewind it just a little bit. That's about it. That's about the best I can do for you. That's about the best I can do for you. That is your margin of victory right there. Which it's about right. It's about a quarter of a nose cone. I don't know if we have maybe a better aerial shot. Yeah, it could be there. Here, we'll rewind this one more time. We'll try it just for. Go back to that one more time and let's try to show it, and then we'll get into the interview room again. The finish is here, just awesome, and once again, Alexis Newsom, I think, was disqualified.
I don't know. I told you. Remember, I told you about the Clendy's going too high for the IRL line. That's weird stuff, because in turn 1 and 2, you don't do that stuff. And he did that, and basically cracked to Butch Davids and Alexis Newsom over there. I think it's Alexis finished 15.
That's about as close as I can get right there on a couple of those shots. My apologies, but we will just hold that one there, and that we'll leave that here for the shot that we will get in tonight's final results. And keep in mind, these might be unofficial. We shall see. Jad Simpson with the win by 6 thousandths over Clendy. And yes, the streak continues. We are now 6 for 6 out of our last 6. Jacob Collins, very quiet race. We're going to talk to him here in a minute, see how he just navigated very quietly over the course of this race and gets himself a bottom step appearance here for the plain white rapper. Ryan Cole, best finish here in the series in 4th. Tristan Fortson, best finish in a while for the Michigan winner, comes home 5th. Ty Quilla, good finish for him. At one point, he was a lap down here. He comes home 6th. Mason Mitchum, our winner at Indianapolis, in 7th. Luke Reed, very quiet race for Luke Reed in his second ever start here. He is in 8th spot. Antonio Estrada. Tony, remember at one point he was just kind of fighting to hang on and had kind of an ill-handling car in that first stint. He comes home and finishes 9th. A good finish for him. And Luca Tedesco, a good finish for our broadcast partner, Lucas Tedesco, in 10th. Wayne Campbell in 11th, Coker in 12th, Hysong 13th, Butch Davis in 14th, Alexis Newsom 15th, Toole 16th. Then we got Forsyth, newcomers, Staton, and Klimek. That is your top 20. Lovern, Brendan Lichtenberg, Stouffer, Campbell, Costner, DeRozzo. A lot of these were involved in that last caution. Murphy, Brashear, Povolonis, Kirkenbauer. And we got Clay. So Indy and Clay finished next to each other, 30 and 31st. Josh Ward, Craig, Gallus, Bahutsky, Alexander, Edwards, Shadid, Tolstik Solwedge, Nate Fields. That is your 40-car field.
Oh yeah, you're right. She got disqualified. Maybe too many incidents. 18 for sure.
It happens, and it was elbows out there. I'll give these guys, all these drivers, all these guys and gals, all the credit in the world that they put together a good show for everybody, and I hope everyone gives them give them a like, shout them out, because this race could have been a lot uglier. Many times we saw there are some times out there contact with bait and people saved it.
Well, for now we don't have the official stuff. Actually, it is official that I don't think they're gonna give you a penalty for Clendy about the incident with Alexis. So that's the podium official.
All right, let's get into the interview booth here and talk to some happy people. And we're going to first talk with Jacob Collins, who I know is very happy with this finish. And here he is, Jacob Collins in the plain white wrapper, brings it home in third. A savvy race for you, sir. I know that you and I have talked, and you've been wanting to put show more performance out of the way that you drive these cars, and you've kind of been splitting your duties between broadcasting and driving. You've been kind of worried about your performance. You put a great one in today, and I want to talk about two halves of the race for you. Really, you started this race on a ball of fire. I mean, you gained 10 positions in almost no time. Was that the plan at the front, just to, use up those tires as much as possible, make as many positions as possible, knowing that these races at these legacy style mile and a half intermediate ovals are really the first 5 to 10 laps is about as good as you're going to get, and then after that everyone's following in line? And then talk about just kind of the drive to survive strategy and mentality through the remainder of that race to stay on the lead lap, get back on the lead lap, and then stay in position where you could get onto that bottom step.
I think the big thing in the opening portion of the race was kind of just knowing that I was going to kind of limit myself as to where my car was going to get me. I figured ultimately at the end of the day, I was shooting for a top 20 run, because that's kind of what I expect, especially with how stacked these fields have gotten now. And with as deep as I've qualified, that I've qualified in the bottom quarter of the field. So it's a lot of those cars maybe in the midfield are able to put a better quali lap than me together. But if there's anything I know that I could put together, it's a full race, a full stint. And that ultimately helped me out later on the going, especially being able to stay behind Alexis to get my lap back in the middle portion there.
Late at the end, all of a sudden, with that incident, were you surprised at all? You look up and all of a sudden you're inside the top 5?
Well, when I saw about a dozen cars junked and I was running 15th before, it wasn't super surprising. I think the more surprising thing for me was that I got out with it with minimal to no damage. I was getting a call that I had damage on the left side. Looks like maybe right around the kind of the arrow piece in front of the rear tire on the left there. But other than that, I mean, I just figured if I could keep my foot in it, it was kind of how like Indy went last season, where I knew I could run 5th, 6th, and just kind of let the cards fall where they did, and somehow made it back up here on the podium. So nothing to complain about there.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. I know you're pretty excited about this one. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'll shout out Sammy, my girlfriend, my mom and dad. I'll shout out Rogue Racing, every driver on the team, Kyle, Ty, Jesper, Tony, Ryan. We've got too many guys for me to remember in the heat of the moment here, but all of them. I'll shout out Shane at the Votive Racing League for putting this together, being determined to keep me in the car. I talked about maybe being in the booth for these, but clearly I'm showing I still got some worth out here. I'll shout out all the work we've been doing with Indy Next here on the channel. We've got track guides for the road series that go up every Friday morning, alongside the top split coverage Monday and Tuesday night to follow up the INDYCAR coverage here on P1. So big stuff there, and we've got some good racing still yet to come coming into this next week here. So I hope everybody can catch on to it.
Well, Jacob, it's a good time to go out on top.
Well, it could be good to go on top. It could also be good that to show there's a reason I'm listed as a coach for the league, right? I'm not just good at twisties, or better off than the twisties that Kyle is. So we'll keep showing I still got something here. I'm not quite as old and senile as Mark yet. So we'll keep it together.
All right, Jacob Collins in the plain white wrapper, bringing it home in second spot. We will see you on Monday night with the Indy Next cars when they go road course racing for the top split after the Open Series goes at 7 o'clock. We'll see you then.
Thank you, Gary.
And we will bring in Clindy. And here he is. Here he is, our two-time defending series champion, and just missed it tonight by 0.006 of a second. It was an associated teammate, so to speak, part of the alliance. But I know you really wanted that win, and definitely to help kind of with that points lead that you've established. But you are kind of padding it a little bit. Talk about that win, but definitely talk about the white flag lap.
Yeah, I cannot apologize enough to all my competitors in this league. It's unacceptable to have that happen, whether a hardware issue caused it or not. I had been having struggles with frame rate all night long. Before the race, during practice, I'd like been running at 20 or 30 FPS, and so I backed out and changed my graphics settings to draw fewer cars. I put everything on minimum, and for whatever reason, this scan of Charlotte just really is a resource hog. So I closed everything but Discord and iRacing on my PC, and I was running like at a stable 40 to 50 frames every lap generally. But then once that green flag run ended and all the cars got bunched up again, it was really, really bad. And it was closer to 30 or 20 every lap. And then on the white flag lap, my computer decided to go to 12 FPS.
Oh, God.
And it was like I was watching a PowerPoint show in the turn one, and I thought I turned enough, and I did not. And it's totally my fault that Alexis's race and Butch's race and whoever else was caught up in that was ended prematurely when they all deserved to be on the podium, probably more than me. I mean, I drove a great race. I wish it had gone green. Hopefully my resource issues wouldn't have been that bad, but I've got to get, I've got a new graphics card. I've just got to install it, and I probably just need a new processor, and we'll get the machine running more smoothly, so that doesn't happen again.
Oh, hopefully you don't have to buy memory. That's like a small investment now.
I've got 64 gigs of RAM. It's definitely a processor issue, either between the GPU or the CPU. However, iRacing decides to render that kind of stuff and where the load goes. So it's something there.
You mentioned resource management, and that brings up kind of my follow-up question. You did some pretty good tire management both at the end of the first stint and the second stint. You really reeled in your competitors. Was that because that you were managing those tires a little bit more? But it really looked like at the end of the first stint, Josh kind of used his stuff up, even though he managed his stuff very well. And certainly you ran down Alexis, and it looks like she might have used her stuff up as well. Were you just out there managing those tires a little bit, maybe a little bit of lift here and there, or what was your how were you so strong late in the runs?
Tons of secrets to that. Show up to practice, and I'm happy to share them with anyone who's curious. But the moral of the story is everyone I passed was going faster than me. So take that however you want. Like, yeah, I mean, you slow it down the corner, you back it up, and you hold a nice, still, consistent wheel, and you try not to do what I did coming to the line, where I didn't set my tools right, and I turned in too hard and clipped the AstroTurf and lost the race. So anytime you slid the tires through the tri-oval or off of turn 4, which was possible with the setup, you just made the right rear really angry, and you can't afford for that to happen once during a run. So you've got to drive like it's on ice for 800 feet or whatever.
Well, you brought it home in second. Points aren't updated yet. You're probably going to be the points leader coming out of this race. We got a good bout of time off before we head to Michigan here in February. So get some practice in, get some much-needed rest and relaxation. But any shout-outs, friends, family, sponsors, anyone want to say hi to before we let you go?
I'm just going to, again, apologize to everyone's race who was impacted due to my error. It has definitely been out of character for me for quite a while, but it's simply unacceptable, right? My goal is not to win races or to win the championship. My goal for the remainder of the season is to finish with 0 incident points. So that's my goal every week, and it is simply unacceptable for me to be making mistakes of that caliber, even if it's hardware issue related. So I'm sorry to my friends, family, and sponsors who I let down, even though I finished second. Like, the conduct on the track is not what they expect, and I will be better and will do better. So.
All right. Well, congratulations on the P2, and we'll see you at one of the next races we got in the Oval Series or one of the other series. But the next Votive race we'll see in February.
Sure. Oh, and of course, congratulations to Chad and congratulations to Jacob on the podium. They drove great races despite the turbulence, we'll say. So.
All right. That is Glindy coming home second tonight, and a little rough on himself, Lewis. A little rough on himself.
Yeah. When you're, sometimes like you want to make a win, second win actually. It was close to have the second win after the big race last week, and happened this stuff, and it's not you have an incident with by race deal. It was like because I mentioned it. I think the tires on Glendy is kind of reheated and it's going high and high every time. So, but it is what it is. It's unfortunate situation, and yeah.
Let's bring up Chad Simpson here and bring him into the booth. And here he is. Chad Simpson becomes the 16th different winner in Votive Indy Oval Series history. 16th different winner in the last 26 races. So, again, a lot of parity here, but a great race for you. Started up front, hung around all day, just stayed in contention. Late caution got you a little bit closer there. The field kind of thinned out with a big wreck and opened the door for a big victory for you. And it's been a while since it's been a victory lane. I bet it feels good.
Yeah, I kind of dazed of thundered that big crash on the 140 or 141. Cars were going left, cars were going right, smoke everywhere, cars about to ass pack me slowing down, and me and Butch both just kind of went right through the middle somehow, and I kind of hung around 10th-ish all day. Made a late stop. There was the first yellow. We had about 9 laps on our tires and stopped and forgot that we don't have lap cars go to the back.
Uh-oh.
So probably a mistake. Ended up restarting. I don't know. We had a lot of lap traffic that we had to fight through, and if we'd gotten to the front, our tires would have been cooked. So the next yellow kind of helped us out. Everybody pit, lap cars to the back, massive death, survived. Get a restart, more massive death, survive. I forgot there's still yellow on the last lap and kind of almost gave up. And then I was like, oh yeah, we raced to the line.
Right.
And got back on it and was able to, I figured if I was able to get outside of Clendy, I'd be able to get the run to beat him to the line, and it was 6 thousandths and worked.
It was any use of the hybrid there on that last lap, that last bit for a little extra boost there at the end, or was it just all 100% horsepower?
I used a bit to get to his outside into 3, and then I recharged it into 3 and went full blast out of 4. I don't know if I was able to dump it all by the time I got to the line, but I had the button held down all the way there.
Well, congratulations on the win. I know it's been a while, but you're always in the running. But it's been a while since we've seen you in victory lane. It's good to have you back. You are the 16th different winner here in the Votive Indy Oval Series to get a win. So congratulations on that. Any shout-outs, any friends, family, sponsors, anyone you want to say hi to? You led one lap all night, and it was the one that counts.
Yeah, thanks to Vero Motion, Adam Crane. Maybe you'll come out of prison sometime and show up again. Sarah Secure, FBI Simric Accessory Education Studio, Else Engineering, Motion, FTT, FR, FI, Satellite Racing, FR Motorsports, the Satellite Rogue Alliance brought me here. So I wouldn't be racing this league without that. The admins, Shane puts on a good show. You guys do a great job on the broadcast. So thanks to the fan club for watching. Got a win, 1 lap. That's the only one you needed.
Yep. Just ask Dan Weldon in 2011. It doesn't matter where you. It's just the last one and where you lead it. Exactly. Well, congratulations. We're thrilled to have you in Victory Lane. Talk to you on the program, and we hope we see you in more races later this season, wherever we might be broadcasting. It's good to have you in the lineup.
Yeah, I'll be there. Hopefully, we can keep it going. Maybe we'll get another win. Maybe we'll steal another win. Who knows?
That's Chad Simpson, a winner tonight here at Charlotte. Lewis, talk about the race here. It was we mentioned it, and maybe we jinxed them a little bit. We said the early part of this race with the 40 cars, everyone did a great job with the racecraft. And then really at some point with that late caution, everyone's like, oh, I see the lead now. I see a chance. And the gloves came off. A little bit of a gamble at the front. Might have led to a bit of an odd start there for the restart and the last. I guess it would have been the next to last restart. And it eventually built to another exciting finish.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, the restart, man. I think the bad restart of the clay, it was he can said, well, I tried to restart it on my side. Yeah, but if we talking about the restart zone, he restarted after the second white line on restart zone. If we talking about ERL, they have these rules about the restart zone. That's it, the restart zone. He restarted too slow. He make all this stuff on the back with uh, Alexis, and then Campbell, and then all this big one we have it in turn 3 in the back straight. So I think the gamble was good, but I think if you want to make the gamble, you have to make the commitment to do something better than hold it the back the people. That's what I should be doing. Like the old IRL restarts. Like they leaving the pace car away, and they can restart it, not the way Scott Goodyear did in Indy 500, 95, but in the better way than that. So that could be good to at least gaining time to reposition to position your car to be on the leader, and then have a Clendy a little more far on the back for 1 second or maybe 8/10 or whatever. And then the final stuff for the Clendy, yeah, I mentioned about he went too high on the line on lap 3 and 4. Sorry, 3 and 4, and then it's coming to maybe a miss this concentration. He lose the concentration over there, and that's why he car went high. And Alexis again too close to him, and then we have this no race deal because was the Clendy position is kind of that bad. It's happened. Things happen. Sometimes you're focused to many things about the clink the points, press this button, the anti-roll bar. Before we don't have this stuff. It's like you have only one mission. Just keep a focus on your line, and that's it. Now it's the line, and now it's the window, and now it's the car that's next to you. Now is the hybrid. Now is the anti-roll, and now it's the weight jacket. It's not too many stuff. It's too many buttons and too many things you have to find out, and that's why I prefer the DW12, because it's a pure stuff we used to racing when I started in iRacing. So that's the thing. And yeah, a new winner, new stuff. We still with a different winner signs September 14 when Clendy won the last race, and then we started with the different winners. So Champ Simpson is the new one, and that's a good thing. By the way, Ryan Cool is the driver of the day with 25 spot.
Yeah, good job.
Mention also for Collins with 31. And we didn't jinx, actually, jinx, sorry. We didn't jinx the yellow, because we're racing for 135 or 30 laps in green flag with the pit stop in green flag. That's the good strategy. Unfortunately, for one incident, make all of this a mess. And for sure, every time when it's coming one, always coming twice or 3 times. So it is what it is, especially on the end on the race. So at least we have this close finish with Clendy and Simpson. And the race was 1 hour and 40 minutes. So it was pretty short race to this 150 laps we see here in Charlotte. So Siona Mons from Michigan, I think 150 laps again on 100 laps.
Yep, 150.
Anyways, it's going to be a good race.
Yep.
And 150. Well, that's going to be a long race. And see you this Tuesday night for the mean race in Taladera.
And I got a message from Butch Davis before the race. I just noticed it now, and that's why I showed his car on the stream just a second ago. That's a special scheme for him tonight, commemorating 30 years of FBR Motorsports. That's his sim team, and yes, he has been racing for that long. I have been racing with him for a good portion of that, going back into the 90s with INDYCAR Racing 1 and 2 and the old offline leagues back in the day, and all the precursors of the sim racing sim applications that kind of are the founding fathers of iRacing. He was involved in back in the day. So, that's just wanted to point that out. And Butch was in the running there at the end. It's always good to see one of the old salty dogs like myself in the running for a win here in these leagues against all these much younger drivers. Yeah, that's why I showed him. And I appreciate you shouting that out, Butch, and I wish I saw that earlier. But your winner tonight, Chad Simpson, good night for him. And he is the 16th different winner here in Votive Indy Oval Series to get a win. And let's get on out of here and give everyone back their Sunday nights to start the week.
The worst starts the week with all this snow. For sure, it's not good week started. My God.
Well, I just work from home, so I don't go anywhere. And even if I could go someplace, my Camaro couldn't go out in the snow anyways. So it's better I just stay at home and work from home and just keep the car in the garage. Meanwhile, the wife, she has to go into the office. So yeah.
I use the public transportation.
Public transportation.
TTC. That's the name of the Toronto. Anyways, let's get out of here.
So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium here from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Chad Simpson with his first career win in the Votive Indy Oval Series over Clindy by 0.06 of a second. Jacob Collins comes home third, just 0.1 of a second back. One of the closest 1-2-3 finishes here in the league. We'll see how it ranks with other 1-2-3 finishes. I'm sure Shano will be digging up that information for us. But a great podium for tonight's race. And there you have it, Simpson, Clindy, and Collins. Join Lewis and myself again on Sunday, February 22nd for round 3 of Season 2 of the Votive Indy Oval Series. It's a team of drivers head to Michigan International Speedway. Coverage, as always, will start approximately 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's 8:00 p.m. Eastern. Remember, it's an all-new season, so for the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything right here at YouTube at youtube.com/@P1 Broadcasting. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm of the game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know your thought on tonight's race. If you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more P1's other iRacing programming, including the return of the classic INDYCAR series right here on P1. The CIS is the longest-running Dallara IR05 series on iRacing. It's their 2026 transition season. It starts right here next week from Michigan. Coverage starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by round 2 of Season 9 of the Dark Horse Racing League's DW12 series, also from Charlotte at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The Catalyst, Andrew Wood, and myself will be on the call for both of them right here on P1. Make sure you join us. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your racing experience with Whiplash Sim Cams. To learn more about Whiplash, like them on Facebook. You can follow on X and Instagram. Links are in the description. For business inquiries, to learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook. You can follow us on X and Instagram. You can follow all of our social links on Linktree. You can check those out in the description. So for Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at Votive and at P1, I'm Gary Gazzo saying to all, happy Sunday. And thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here, February 22nd at Michigan for the next race of the Votive Indy Oval Series. We'll see ya.